Welcome back guys to another one. After that great experience I had with their RGB RAM kits, neoforza kindly sent over another pair that promises the same or even more unlockable potential. This is the FAYE range, which have an even more optimized airflow heatsink design and are for those who are in need of a more stealthier approach when it comes to looks, but at the same time not sacrificing on the performance gauge. The retail price for my test sample is around $300 on newegg.com for now, until the global crisis with semiconductors will be remedied, and combined with the fact that DDR5 is knocking on our doors from next year, it wouldn't surprise me if the prices for DDR4 might go even higher this year. For now, given the competition on Newegg, I think this FAYE kit is priced reasonably well. As you can see, it offers a lot of variety to choose from. We are talking about kits starting from 8 all the way to 64GB and speeds from 3000 all the way to 4400 MHz in a single, dual or quadruple configuration. The overall theme is minimal, as you can see, and they come shipped in this transparent plastic clamshell so you can see everything inside. We only have a small quick description on the back regarding the highlights of this FAYE kit. So here they are. The 32GB 2-stick 4000 MHz CL19 FAYE DDR4 RAM kit in the all black aluminum heatsinks. They are very cool to look at and have this abstract design reminiscent of an eagle which spread its wings. The neoforza logo is smack in the middle and it has this very interesting 3D effect. I must say it has been a while since I've seen such an airflow optimized memory kit. Reminds me all the way back to DDR3 when Crucial Ballistics had something similar. So this open top design will speed up the cooling process even more if there is direct airflow available. They use a 10-layer PCB with memory chips made by SK Hynix. On the opposite side of the heatsink we have the information sticker with all of the main specs like capacity, timings and serial numbers. Lastly, here they are next to a low-profile kit from Corsair, the LPX ones. The neoforza FAYE is approximately 43mm tall, which I would consider a medium height kit. As I mentioned in the intro, if you are after a stealthier build, well, these FAYE kits are absolutely perfect for such a scenario. I mean, have a look in my Dane 4 SFX build. It's testing time. As usual, I will test them at their factory XMP DOCP values and then try to overclock them further to see how much free performance I can squeeze out of them. I managed in the end to reach 4400 MHz with a small bump for the voltage from 140 to 145 volts and more importantly with the same stock latencies, but with only a small penalty in the TRC 101 versus 83 stock XMP DOCP profiles. From my knowledge, I would rate this an even better overall result because that's an ideal scenario when it comes to overclocking RAM to increase the megahertz without sacrificing on the looser timing front. Also do note that in the both stock and OC screenshots and even in the BIOS, for some reason it registers the first sequence of the timings with a value of 20 instead of 19. This being said, anything above 4600 MHz, even with looser timings, my test sample needs way too much voltage to be considered safe for daily usage, hence why I stopped at 1.45 volts. Also very important guys, I didn't touch the SoC voltage since this will create instabilities for the PCIe Gen 4 motherboards, at least in my case. Then the last point I want to mention is that I have updated the BIOS for the motherboard to the latest stable variant from Asus and the main testing game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, to its latest patch. Thus my tests for today will only include the results versus only one RAM kit, the Corsair LPXs, because I can't reuse the results from the older graphs since those kits are no longer available to be retested. As always, the full specs for my rig, you can find them in the description. As you just witnessed, we have a nice increase in the low 0.1% and 1% timeframes in this benchmark run from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Then in Cinebench R15 we have a nice gradual increase with the OC scenario. Next up is R20, where the OC FAYE kit again scales really well and tops the chart. In AIDA64, finally the BIOS update apparently solves my previous issues with higher latencies despite the gains from an OC setting. So, there you have it guys, this is my second experience with this company and I can say that neoforza knows how to make really good RAM kits and this FAYE 1 is no exception. I'm very pleased to see that this kit overclocked without sacrificing on the timing front and without volatile voltage numbers. These in the hand of an OC enthusiast should bring a lot of pleasant surprises, while those airflow optimized aluminum heatsinks will definitely help in that regard. So yeah, you can grab these even if you are not an overclocker per se, because you can decide to experiment later, just because the performance in the stock form is more than plenty. Plus if you are after a stealthier build, well, these will fit that scenario with ease. Thank you for watching guys, and stay tuned since I will do a future video with an OC tutorial with this FAYE kit. Alex out.